We could do a like a double one where it's like if he plays serious, if he doesn't play serious.
Okay, so non-serious Leffen. Let's drop it to our 4 main contenders.
So seeding, the thing is, Leffen's existence, his presence, is going to alter the seeding of the tournament. I think he's got Mewtwo King in quarters.
Okay.
The way Mewtwo King's playing so far, especially if Leffen's not taking it 100% seriously, it's going to be a wash. Mewtwo King's just going to roll him. Mewtwo King's then going to have Hungry Box in semis, whereas the other side of semis is Mango Armada.
Mango
Armada in semis, man.
That's...
We were talking about this with Tafo this week, and this is why Hungry Box is always such a safe bet. Because Hungry Box's seeding, it always seems to work out that he gets Mewtwo King, who he just kind of has the number of. And then Mango Armada is like, oh my god, you know, like these guys, it's like a real Clash of the Titans type of situation. Not to mention, H-Box gets to be prepared for just one character, Fox, throughout his whole top 5, top 6 run.
Yes.
Mango and Armada, you know, they're switching gears. So,
am I going to fight Armada's Peach? Am I going to fight as Fox? After that,
Puff.
I fight Puff.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Mewtwo King plays like Fox of his life, defeats him.
Yep.
In which case, now you have to fight Sheik and Marth.
Right.
So that would be, for instance, Mango looking at a Peach and or a Fox.
Yeah.
Then a Puff and or Sheik Marth.
Right.
Armada looking at Fox Falco, then Puff or Fox Falco, then Sheik Marth. And meanwhile, all of them use Fox against Hungry Box.
That's right. So this is kind of one of those interesting situations where I don't necessarily think he's the best player in the building. But because of this, it's almost like the seeding is self-predictive, where because Hungry Box got the first seed, I think he's got a really easy path into winners finals for himself, which gives him a huge leg up because, you know, he gets to be in the zone and prepared.
I just want to add that it's unfair to say it's easy. He just makes it look easy.
Oh, yeah.
Based on his history.
Of course. I mean, you know, it's so easy. You just beat Mewtwo King in winter semis.
Right. The fact that he does it all the time is what
SFAT
makes
or
it seem
whatever.
easy.
Yeah.
And
it's no, absolutely a testament to how scary a player is.
Mewtwo King gets thrown into the list. He hasn't really... He won Shine because he played SFAT twice.
Right. He won Shine because, well, his bracket, if you remember, I believe, was like... It was like Swedish Delight in winter semis, and then SFAT twice.
Yeah. He didn't have to worry about Mango or Hungry Box.
Right. Right.
So,
it was just like, oh, well, cool, you won the tournament.
And on the flip side, he's able to beat basically anybody, but he doesn't show the ability at these large majors to beat everybody.
Right.
Usually he picks one person to send them to losers in a very undignified 3-0.
Yes.
And where he bodies them on FD at some point.
Yeah.
And then something bad happens to him.
Right.
And he doesn't win.
Yeah, and then he goes to losers. It kind of gets dejected or whatever.
But then he gets to fight SFAT twice, and he wins Shine. So he's got extreme possibility of making the bracket very silly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll see.
Oh, God.
And okay, let's take a look. We've got Baeblade on Sheik.
Yeah.
Got the edge right now.
Ooh.
Okay, definitely not a Panda Global jersey.
No.
Don't feel bad.
It's a little green.
Absentpage.
Some green tinge to it. It's a jersey, though, nonetheless.
Yeah.
So, maybe, you know, this is the second coming of Panda. I'm not sure how that works.
Are we not endangered anymore? Is that what you're telling me?
Maybe not, man.
Can I celebrate?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
And
so, both these players looking pretty competent. I like kind of what I'm seeing from both of them. I like Baeblade has already gotten some pretty clutch needle edge guards and gimps. I like that. He uses the platform waveland to sort of like slightly extend the reach of his back air.
Yeah, but then he's also got that fastball dash away timing, which Fox can call with the overshoot in air.
Yeah.
But the trade-off with that is if you're trying to dash a little farther in and overshoot in air, what if Sheik decides to forward tilt you out of the air and then you miss attack and then you get juggled and down smash?
Yeah, real big problem. Or jab reset in a tech chase, you know. So, Absentpage though looking, you know, let's see if he's got the flowchart on Sheik. Okay, back airs are off because he can't get to the platform in time for a guaranteed kill.
He's teching that up. Does the stand up and Baeblade. That's become a staple of Sheik's survival tactics.
Yes.
Is you do that up B, and in the initial rise of it, you actually drift away because her teleport isn't a blink.
It's
it
not
has travel time.
instantaneous, yeah. And you also aim for like sort of the upper part of the lip, you know, so you, instead of falling, instead of immediately grabbing a ledge when you're with your teleport, you fall a little bit gently until you actually grab the ledge.
Which lets you stall out things like ledge stand-up.
Yeah, so, you know, it looks like Baeblade and Absentpage have a lot of the, you know, the important tech. It's going to be a very simple combo. Okay.
Okay, he had me worried for a moment.
I was also a little scared.
Maybe that was his plan, so that Absentpage would try and get the edge.
Sure.
I don't know if he could have gotten over it, but hey, I was a little worried for our Sheik friend right there.
Yeah.
It was fancy.
It was definitely fancy. Sometimes that's a missed needle turnaround, where you try to turn around, but your character just doesn't turn around with the needles, so you're facing the wrong way.
But anything's better than jumping off the stage and doing the chain.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. God, you're usually just dead. For as slow as it takes or as much time as it takes for Sheik to pull out the chain, it takes an even longer amount of time for her to put it away, it seems like. And then by the time you're done, you're just dead.
And right there, Baeblade had the opportunity to get the down smash on Absentpage. He chose forward tilt, whiffed it, and now we've got big turnaround. Absentpage once again, back air flowchart.
Oh, he got the Sheik had the edge cancel on the up B thanks to Wispy Woods.
Yeah, but then it didn't matter, unfortunately. He was still just in that back air zone. He went the wrong way, which I thought was interesting.
Yep.
It's iffy for Absentpage right now.
It is iffy. He got a back throw right there into nothing, which is usually not what you're looking for when you get a grab.
Yeah, he's been getting his kills not off of giant extended combos.
Oh, wait a minute.
This is nice. But it's been the protracted edge guards getting up to like 120.
He's going to go high. Baeblade covers it. He goes straight this time, and wow, the reverse forward air. Beyblade's so ready.
Little fist pump there.
Yeah.
It was a good forward air. So, what do you think for counter pick? I know Sheiks don't like FD, and so they might ban it and leave Stadium open.
And leave Stadium, yeah. It's always going to be one of those. And then the Sheik is usually going to have a pick between like Battlefield and FOD.
Yeah. It seems like Sheik does remarkably well against Fox on Yoshi's.
Yeah, I think, you know, she's got some strengths for sure. I mean, you know, for example, up tilt, pokes through the side platforms. That's really strong, to be honest.
Yeah.
And you don't have to deal with the Fox running around and you know, just being a hassle to hit. You're always in their face.
You can choose to end tech chases with a down smash instead of grabs, and then Fox half the time is off the level anyhow.
That's right. I gotta say, Absentpage, you know, maybe it's just the power of Stadium, but looks like he's really found his footing. He's moving a lot faster. He's double shining, maybe unnecessarily. And he's got him down to, oh my god.
That's so silly.
That was way cuter than it needed to be. Yeah, okay. Absentpage maybe just trying to feel himself a little bit to just sort of snap himself into the zone.
Yeah,
but this is looking like a completely different Fox.
If you lose confidence as a Spacey, your tech skill pretty much goes straight in the toilet.
Right. So it's important, you know, to sometimes do stuff. Oh, he went for the reverse back air. That could have been really majestic. No, there's, you know, it's funny. I was remarking there's certain players where you can sort of tell when they start feeling themselves based on like how they move. Like a lot of Foxes will start doing these double shines or something, right? And for example, I was watching Hugs play, and I realized I could tell when Hugs started feeling himself because he would do like 5 wave dashes in a row. and I told him this, and he was like, "Yeah, you're actually totally right." Yeah.
Oh,
all right. Doesn't get the infinite, but
Baeblade might have been making a mistake going for the challenge there in the crook of the tree. I think he's got those edge guards set up.
One more for the fans.
And he just shoves him down, and that stock deficit is gone.
Yeah.
Now, this is Stadium.
Oh, that was good. Oh! Okay.
I'm a little surprised he didn't do soft back air up smash.
Right.
It definitely would have been the stock. He also had running shine up smash.
Yeah.
But, hey, he closes it out anyhow.
Yep.
Absentpage with the lead.
Uh-oh. And there's the classic Fox wins the neutral game by getting grabbed, aka wake up shine.
If you're not confident in the reaction tech chase, just make it look like you're going to do it and go for dash, dance, tech chase.
Sure.
Dance around the wake-up shine and
Yeah.
just grab, because
Yeah.
it doesn't have great range.
Right, 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 right.
And the Fox is so conditioned to do it when he's getting grabbed that like, you can usually count on him too. And then he's got to do a jump animation before he can do anything else, and that
Right.
usually gets him hit.
Yeah. Yeah, Mewtwo King actually a really big fan of that one. He does that pretty often. We even saw in a stream set today against, I think, Hoxton, where he would dash dance around the wake-up shine. Nice. All right,
Yes.
game 3.
I think that might have been the first up smash kill Absentpage actually got. I think the other ones were back airs, up airs,
Does it?
and an edge hog
Sure.
with the fancy shine.
Yeah,
hold,
yeah.
turn.
Yeah, I mean, that might have still been a back air, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a back air, and then he died off the bottom. Okay, game 3. I feel like this is our first game 3 of the day.
It is.
So that's something.
A round of applause.
Yes, to both players.
Yep.
Okay, I like the attempt. You know, Waveland up there to try to get your grab extension. Doesn't quite get it. So for Absentpage, just sort of bullying Baeblade around the corner.
Yeah,
Baeblade gets the grab. Ooh, he's back.
he's got the combo extensions. It's starting to get a little more lengthy, a little more controlled.
Yeah.
But the switch to Battlefield as opposed to Pokemon Stadium, Baeblade will survive a lot longer.
Oh, God.
You know what's funny about that? Baeblade had no way to get a big punish. How is he going to jump up and fair a Fox who's at 8% on the top platform of Battlefield and turn that into something big?
Right.
Of all the flubs he could have done, that might have been one of the most benign.
Right.
And if he hit him, it would have just been demoralizing.
Yeah. You don't get a whole lot for that, besides, like you said, mental damage.
Ooh, okay, Absentpage. Very different looking Fox from game 1.
Oh, yeah.
He is moving and grooving. It was a good combo.
2 things you want to do. Oh, okay. I
Little-
mean, you can just up smash that, but, you know, that's fine.
Little tippy
Kind
toes.
of like you said, looks like Absentpage not the biggest fan of up smash.
Yeah.
At least not in this set.
I feel like
There you go.
there we go. In cases like those on the platform, if you're comfortable with it, you know he's going there, you can waveland up smash.
Yeah.
Back air is picked because it covers all that space. It's so fast and easy.
Yeah.
But
by the way, speaking of so fast, that was a really fast struggle out of grab at 52%. I don't know if you saw that. And that's really important, I feel like. If you're struggling out of grabs, that's a complete game changer for most characters.
Baeblade gets him with the foot, the back air.
Yeah.
Absentpage shoots the foot in revenge. How dare you?
Yeah.
And
Just
that's
want you to just remember me while I'm gone.
what is that? That was the 3rd back air kill in a row we've seen across last game and this one. This seems to be how Baeblade is hanging in there.
Yeah.
Throwing
Recurring theme.
Absentpage off the stage.
Yeah, the last game, I feel like Baeblade didn't altogether do that much damage to Absentpage, but if you looked at the stocks, it was 1 stock apiece because of the Gimps. Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Oh, and he got. Oh, no.
Oh, that is extremely sad if you're Baeblade. That's fantastic if you're Absentpage. That
Yeah.
giant flub could easily have been death.
Yeah.
Instead, it ended up being his stock off the error.
Okay. Goes all the way out there. That's good stuff. If
Baeblade's-
they're not side Bing, you can do that for free all day, right? If they're not side
Yeah.
Bing, you can just prey on just blow the candle out. Oh, lots of damage from Absentpage right now. He's got the running shine there.
Beyblade fortunate to get sent into the middle of the level, though.
Uh-oh.
We got more flubs. Flubs on flubs.
Yeah. And I think this is that phenomenon you were talking about earlier where, you know, like the less experienced players have a hard time transitioning back and forth between the different modes of play. So when you've been getting beat for the last 30 seconds and you finally get your opening, you're not ready to capitalize at all. Absentpage, good stuff to him, completely, you know, leveling up his play after game 1, taking the set over Beyblade's Sheik.
It was just a straight ramp up. Like
Yeah.
Game 1 was, you know, it was fairly back and forth, but Beyblade was clearly hitting a lot harder. Dreamland probably having something to do with that. Then Pokemon Stadium, Absentpage says, hey, I got my kills, I've got my movement. Beyblade go, okay, but I've got these edge guards, though.
Mm-hmm.
And Absentpage says, you could talk about your edge guards.
Right.
Finally found his up smash. And then game 3 was
More of the same,
Yeah.
yeah. It was. In fact, it felt like the same sort of gameplay, but if anything, Absentpage just wasn't falling into the Gimps.
Yeah.
And then without the Gimps, it was like, oh god, this is actually not.
towards the end, he kind of tossed Beyblade 2.
Yeah.
He tossed him that one on the right side of Battlefield, one on the left side of Battlefield,
Right.
where he was beneath the stage, up being both times, and Baeblade wasn't able to capitalize.
Couldn't capitalize,
Which is
yeah.
a shame because that would have been the one-stock game without all that extra damage done in between.